Hey everyone, keeping up with BB here. If you're new, I do fashion and beauty videos, and if you're a channel subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. Today I'm going to be doing a review on a few Rose Inc products that I was gifted from the brand. So if you're interested in how I created this look and want to hear my thoughts and review on the Rose Inc makeup products, then just keep on watching. This is a newer makeup and skincare line from the model and actress Rosie Huntington Whiteley. She is a very famous model. She used to model for Victoria's Secret a lot, and she's really into beauty. So this really wasn't a surprise to me. It was more so exciting, and I don't know if I ever thought she was gonna do it, but she does have a blog called Rose Inc, and I've been following her on Instagram for a while there. So it's just a really fun page to follow with makeup trends and stuff like that. She also has a YouTube channel here, so she is really immersed into the beauty atmosphere and industry. So as you can see, I already have my base makeup on, and I'm wearing the Kogan Dough Aqua Foundation in 301. I am trying that out because I do want to review it here as well. And I also have on a little bit of corrector just right here under my eyes. This is the Look Less Tired from Smashbox. And I want to go ahead and get into what I think is one of the most exciting products from the line. This is their concealer. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but this is the concealer from the Rose Inc line. I have mine in the shade LX110. I think I should have went with LX120, but to be honest, shade matching for this product online was really difficult for me. I find the shades to be a little bit odd, and I feel like the shade matching was just like more difficult than it usually is. So I don't think this is the best match for me as in a highlighting shade under my eyes. I do feel like it's a little bit too bright, or just a little bit brighter than what I normally go for these days. So the doe foot applicator is one of those thicker, chunkier ones, and this is a very creamy concealer. And a lot of people were saying it was thick, but I don't find this concealer to be that thick really. It's just really creamy, and there's more coverage in there than I expected there to be. Like right now, I think I put too much on, so I'm gonna blend this out and see. And I did, so I'm just gonna take some of this product over here. As you can see, a very little bit of this concealer goes a long way. Don't need a lot of this concealer at all, and I find that to be one of the only things that I struggle with, because I didn't realize how medium to full coverage this is. So just kind of when you get it, play around with it and kind of see what amount works for you. But for me, those two dots was more than enough to brighten up both of my under eye. And that also may be because this concealer shade is a little bit light for me. But I really do love the consistency of this. It's really creamy, not thick, not heavy, and you do get a solid medium coverage out of this. I'm just gonna put like a tiny little bit here because I get the most darkness in this dip area right here of my eyes. What I really noticed about this concealer is it doesn't really crease on me, and I've been finding lately that even my favorite concealer, which is the Kosas Revealer Concealer, has been creasing on me more so lately, like settling into my fine lines. And that may just be because they're becoming a little bit more noticeable, but I have noticed that settling, and I don't love it. I don't think anybody does. So I was excited to see that when I try this concealer, it really doesn't crease and settle into my fine lines as much as my Kosas one does. I'm going to blend that little bit just right here in that hollow, that dip right there that I have on my eye to get a little bit more coverage. And I feel like, yeah, like this shade is just not the right shade for me. I need something a little bit deeper, but this is what I thought would have been my shade given the swatches online. And just because that shade is like a little bit light for me, I'm just gonna go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of buff the edges some so it doesn't look so stark. But I do love this formula a lot. So now that concealer is on, I'm going to set with the Kosas Cloud Set in Softly and just kind of set right here in the under eyes. This is something that I can't skip in my makeup routine because the creasing will just be outrageous. So I like to make sure I do that. and around my mouth as well. I did apply some concealer around my mouth, but not the rose ink one because it's just too bright for that. So did want to mention that. And a little bit on the forehead too, just because I get a little bit shiny there. Now I want to go into their Blush Divine. This is a radiant lip and cheek color. I have mine in the shade Azalea, and I believe that this is Rosie's favorite shade in the blush. I've swatched it here for Instagram. Oh, and if you're not following me on Instagram, I think you'd really enjoy my content. I do a lot of makeup and skincare reels and content, and I'm always on stories trying out products, demoing products. So if you love my channel, I think you'd love my Instagram as well. So what I'm going to do with the blush is I'm just going to tap into it with my finger here, rub in a little bit actually, and I'm going to put just a couple of dots on each cheekbone, and I like to go a little bit higher with my blush. Then I'm going to take my e.l.f. Putty Blush brush and just kind of blend that in. And as you can see, this is a really pretty kind of reddish pink color, and I feel like a really good color for the holidays because it kind of just gives you that flush on your cheeks. What surprised me about this blush is that I thought it was going to be a lot greasier than it is. Like, it's not really that emollient in my opinion. I feel like it kind of dries down. Now I'm going to try out their lip product in Still. This is just like a lip crayon. Apply that to the lips. Definitely on the warmer side and not a color that I would really reach for. But they did choose this color for the PR kit and sent it over to me. I really, really like this formula. It's very soft. Very creamy, very easy to apply. I will say you need a mirror with this just because of how creamy it is. You want to make sure you have a mirror when you're applying this product. I really like this lip color on me. Now that I have it on, it definitely seems more of like a more cool tone red now, like on the skin, but when you're just looking at it in the crayon itself, it looks warmer. So now I'm going to try out their clear brow gel, and I actually forgot that this was going to be in the video because I applied my Kosas Air Brow, but I'm going to just kind of go over that and see if we get anything. So I've applied mascara and this is the finished look. Just a quick rundown on all the products. Like I said, I feel like the concealer is not the correct shade for me, but I really do like the formula. It's a really nice medium coverage concealer that I feel like is a little buildable, and it's not thick. I saw a lot of people saying that this concealer was kind of thick to them, but it's really not like thick to me. It's not serum-y and it's not kind of, I guess, fluidy, and I guess that's kind of why people say that it's thick, but it's not thick like the Fit Glow concealer. Nowhere near as thick as that one. That concealer like does not move unless you like really like move it with your finger, like tap it in, rub it. I really like this concealer. Great formula, and I want to get another shade in it. I just need to figure out which shade that is. And as for the blush, there are so many cream blushes on the market now, and to be honest, a lot of cream blushes are very similar to me, and yeah, they just are. They're cream blushes that work. Some of them are emollient, some of them are super dewy, some of them are really thick. This one is a little bit thicker, but it's not emollient in the way that I thought it was going to be. Like, it's not greasy on the skin at all. It kind of dries down. I mean, it looks good. It looks nice on my skin tone. This is probably not a color that I would go for, but I don't mind it. I think it looks really good. This is kind of like a holiday look, kind of just turned into a holiday look on its own. So yeah, I think it's a pretty blush, and I think it's a nice blush formula. I'm not a fan of red lipstick, but I feel like this is a really, really pretty in the middle, like of warm and cool red tone lip for tan to deep skin tones. I find that this red is very, very flattering on me. There are some reds that make my teeth look yellow. There are some reds that kind of just, I don't know, like sometimes don't sit right on my skin tone, but I really, really like this one. And it's super comfortable. It's not matte, but it's not, I guess it's matte in the way that it looks kind of, but it's like a semi-matte with a little bit of a sheen. But it's super, super comfortable on the lips, very creamy. As for the brow gel, I do find that it's one of those stronger hold brow gels. So if that's something that you're looking for, then I'd, you know, suggest you looking into this one. I'm not like huge on clear brow gels. I really do like tinted ones. But if you like a clear brow gel with good holds, then I definitely recommend trying out this one. It's a really good one. So yeah, those are my thoughts on these few Rose Inc products that I was able to try out thanks to the brand. If you guys have any questions about these products, then please let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if this video was helpful for you, and I look forward to hearing from you all. I hope you're all well, and I'll catch you next time.